on another Sunday. But first, gotta go in this place here to answer your comments. Yep, gotta answer my viewers. Very important to me. Sit back at you when I'm done. I want to get a space with my name on it. Perfect. And now that that's done, on to other things. Up ahead there again is the Gunpowder Falls, which flooded during the floods the past week. Have a look and see if the road's open down there after these folks turn. Well, the park's open, a lot of cars parked there. Now let's have a look-see down here, see what's happening. Hang a left. This is Notch Cliff Road. And apparently the Gunpowder flood receded a bit. Don't see any water right now, any high water. The last time it flooded was back during Hurricane Sandy, whatever year that was. Vid posted. Normally it floods out around here. There's almost a foot of water in the road normally after a flood. Like after Hurricane Sandy, whenever that was. Already dried up, okay. But in 3 more days, there'll be more rain. So maybe I can bring you a flood video after all. And why is a vehicle down there making a U-turn? Oh, to park and do their thing, okay. Another flood zone right here. You can tell by the mud spots, the water came this high up. Back in the 70s, this was a big time Lover's Lane. But of course, all of us lovers grew up and don't come here anymore. But the weekends, the 70s, weekend nights, be wall-to-wall cars on the left over there. And I mean wall-to-wall cars. But all the lovers' lanes got shut down. That's to proceed upgrade up Notch Cliff. There are 7 curves in this road, known as the 7 Sisters. Actually 8 or 9 curves, but still called the 7 Sisters. Up here at the top of the cliff. Back in the 70s, that hippie commune up here, down the driveway on the left, what they call it for hippie mailbox, denoting it. But the hippies moved on, and no more commune. One of these. And after setting down the other side, looks almost West Virginia like through here. And at the very bottom, a former Monkton railroad crossing. Right there where the guardrail is. The line ran along there where the growth is. Crossed there at the guardrail, then continued on that direction. Now obliterated. Right now I'd be stopped on it if it was still here. That direction. And over there. And now on Glenarm Road. Heading away from Glenarm. But still some ma and pa up here to be seen. Up in the bend. The branch line to Loch Raven Reservoir once passed. To help build the dams there. Would have crossed right here. Now it's a road. Or a driveway that dead ends pretty soon. And again, I'm about to cross over the Gunpowder. There was a bridge there over the road for the Monkton main line at one time, long taken out. They ran in the ridge up there at one time. The Gunpowder's still a bit higher than usual, but at least not at flood stage. Over there, former Monkton crossing. where the barrier was. There's the ridge where the Montpa ran, right up there. Now northbound on York Road, the former main route between Baltimore and York before I-83 got put in. This is formerly US 111, but got demoted in the early 60s. And up ahead, cops, our friends. Wonder what transpired here. Do things still transpire in this day and age? A good place to pull someone over in the middle of the road. Gotta do what you gotta do. And up ahead, the former Penn line once passed. The good old Northern Central. Someplace up ahead. From left to right on its way north to York and Harrisburg. Passing Railroad Avenue. There's your clue. If it came out of right there, diagonally, and crossed to the right, diagonally that direction. Right through there. It was stationed there until 1974. And that proceeding out of suburbia and into, I guess, rural EA, whatever it's called. Rural EA? I don't know. And apparently much development took place out here since I was last year. When I was last year, that stuff wasn't there. Only a couple years ago. But up here, hang a right to pick up Phoenix Road towards its namesake, Phoenix, Maryland. But all this development you see here now was not here on my last pass. Not at all. There was still all woods on my last pass a few years ago. So, get a good look at all this while it's still woods before it all goes. And apparently, a traffic light now controls the bridge over the Gunpowder and Northern Central Trail. They rebuilt the bridge back in 1982, but it already got too weak and only one car in each direction can pass, one direction at a time. And 35 years ago they did this, and already the bridge got weak. What's that tell you? Whatever other reason it'd be to make it a one-way bridge at a time, I don't know. And a little bit of mud in the road, a little bit of dried mud, sand, whatever, tells us that this part of the road flooded as well during the rains of last week. And up here, parking for the trail, apparently overflowing, people parked in the street. Not about to stop here. There was a handicap space back there, opened up, but I don't feel like checking it out. Right, head north. Phoenix is that way. I'm not going to go through it right now. Head north instead on this road. And about to cross a bridge built in the 1880s, now in its third century of service. How come this bridge is still sturdy, but the one from 1982 is falling apart? I just thought of that. Now out of the woods. I'm passing through a tract of land known as My Lady's Manor, deeded back in 1713. I guess that's when the first settlers of the area came out here from overseas and settled this place. But who's the lady the sign refers to? Who's my lady? I know who my lady is, but I don't know who the lady is the sign refers to. Monkton Road, heading west. And up around the bend is Monkton Mill. That building there. The company's back there restoring it. It looks almost restored. Don't know what they milled there though, or when it closed down. We're not coming into downtown Monkton. And up around the next bend, the Northern Central again. Now a bike trail, which I've read many times in its entirety. And the Monkton Hotel. Don't know if you can still stay there though. Monkton Station. And again a full house. Best to bike ride during weekdays, not weekends. Again another gunpowder crossing here beneath this bridge. But I guess no more flood stage. Overflow parking way up here. Busy day today. Not a good day to be out here. And now east on Big Falls Road. They gathered in after the big Gunpowder Falls. If not that, then I don't know. There was an old quarry out here, at one time served by Northern Central, but something tells us they won't be able to access it. Part of it there in the distance, in the hillside there. It's brand new access, but you can't get into it. And Martin Marietta owns it? That's interesting. I thought they dealt with space flight and stuff like that, not quarries. And they go to the bottom of the hill, the Gunpowder Falls crossing of this road. Didn't flood here though. The road's too clean. And now south on Hicks Road. Trying to find more Northern Central spots. At one time Hicks Road kept going down there. Now private driveway. But now it bends this way, becomes Wilson Road. And here another crossing of the Northern Central Trail. South to the right, north to the left. And shady in this spot. But I recall the tracks were still here. Nope, no more tracks. Oh, no bikes either. The parking lots are all full, but no one's on the trail here. That old bridge deck. I forgot the water body beneath there, though. Very curvy road here, with narrow bridges. Last passed this way about 10 years ago. And out of the woods again. Well, a nice area, sort of. I've said it best here in 10 years. I'm now southwest on McComas Road. Gotta figure these roads out. It's been a while. I forget where they all go. Trying to get to one more Northern Central spot where there's a branch line going to that quarry I showed you. Well, Troy, I'm familiar with this one, kind of, sort of. Old tractor there. We're the American pickers. They pick stuff like that. And now south on Troyer. I rode bikes on this road once. Or twice. Make a turn there. If I go far enough on that road, I'd be back in Monkton. Be back there again, but I won't go that far on it. I recall when the store was open back in the 80s. Now it's for sale. Anybody want it? Yep. Location, location, location. The middle of nowhere. And the sign for Monkton, as I told you. I'm gonna try and avoid it though. I turn before I get to it. We rode our bikes along here too, back in the 80s. Yep, we got around on those two-wheelers. Let's see what's at the stop sign here. I forgot. Okay. Roads I've been on before at one time or another. Come and think of it, rode bikes on those roads back there too. Yep, we got around. I'm now ascending Wesley Chapel Road. Road that I passed earlier, but forgot it was the road I was looking for. And now west on Blue Mount Road. That's also the name of the quarry, or was the name of the quarry. And again up here, one more gunpowder crossing, after which will be the trail again. You have a look after I go over it. Narrow one-lane bridges. And up there's the right-of-way for the railroad, and now a trail, as you've seen. And here's the crossing. We've got a sharp angle here, but there's north and south. And the one-time Hicks Road right there when it used to still exist. That's where Hicks would have come out if it still existed. Well, it still exists if it were still a public road. Would have come out back there. Now both ends are a driveway. And up ahead someplace is the crossing of the branch line to the quarry. The one-time branch line, I believe right up here somewhere. And the figures folks are parked all over it. But I ran through there. I now stopped to give you a better look of the one-time branch line north that direction towards the quarry. But the right-of-way is all grown over now. And of course it's fenced off as well. But back in the day, it was better defined and easy to pick out. Lucky I took photos back then. I'm looking south across the former road crossing. Of course, no more rails in the road. But the line at one time ran right through there. And now totally reclaimed by nature. Literally. Now I can't tell anything ever went through there. But at one time a branch line did. Ran right through there. Now totally obscured. But at least the road isn't obscured. And for those who like wading in the water, you can even wash up. Or tells you, I guess, to beware of certain things. Like certain algae or whatever. Yep, killer algae. Watch out. What is rock snot? Yuck. Now departing the area. Obviously, I hope. Nice shady drive through here. Almost West Virginia like. Now out of the woods. Somebody having fun. And a barn there grown over. I might have a photo of it before it grew over from back in the 80s. And back on Monkton Road, and where we turned the first time, Big Falls Road. Just went in a circle. And now arriving in Hereford. And approaching York Road again, former US 111. Now it's that. And again north on York Road, formerly US 111. And departing Hereford. Some mileages there for you. And again, one more Gunpowder crossing down here. Another busy spot too for the trail. The weekend days are not good days to be here. At one time, York Road ran that way to the left. Now routed this way. And again, a bridge over the Northern Central. The trails beneath this bridge, along with Gunpowder Falls. And coming into Parkton. And up there, the lone spire of Parkton. It's just a small place. This one church is all they need. And again, kind of a nice farm scene there. The trees obscure it though. Oh, there we go. Nice barns there. And up ahead, coming into a place called Maryland Line. It's below the Pennsylvania line, so it's called Maryland Line. That makes sense, doesn't it? And up ahead, the real Maryland Line, Maryland PA line or whatever. Up here where the pavement changes, we're in Pennsylvania. Oh, it didn't change, but we're officially over state lines though. Now north of the border, and up here on the right, a frog pond I used to frequent. I said, used to frequent. I'm getting old. But up there, hang a left, and head for New Freedom. This is Campbell Road. And now arriving in New Freedom, founded 1873. There goes some history for you there. And again, a crossing at the Central, and here trains still run. Let's see if there are any running. And there through the trees is the station. Yeah, check out his turn signal that he didn't give. Nice drivers up here. And here's New Freedom Station for your viewing pleasure. Makes a good rest stop when you're on your bike ride. I'd ride here and then sit at the bench and rest for a while before going back to Maryland. I'm now facing north with a barking dog in the background. And again, standing between the Northern Central and the Sourcetown Railroad over here. Yet both lines meet here, and commuters will transfer between railroads. Part of the platform still over there. We took a train here from Georgetown before, a couple years back. The New Freedom Special. Fit posted for your viewing pleasure. And looking south towards the crossing we just crossed. And there's the train in the distance. I guess it's finished running for the day though. And there's what is now inside the station. And over there, the party caboose, which I guess still operates. And technically it's parked on this Georgetown line. And way down there, the Georgetown line bears east towards its namesake. And New Freedom is the high point between Baltimore and Newark. Whether you're going north or south from here, it's downgrade either way. That's north that way, again. And again south. But once you get past where the train is parked, it's all downgrade from there back to Maryland. And into Maryland as well. We're at the top of Parr's Ridge here, which Interstate 70 also crosses in the Mount Airy area. New Freedom sits in a saddle at the top of the ridge. Best way to explain it. Yep, about 10 years ago, around 2005, 2008, whatever, I'd sit at these benches and take a break before going back to Maryland in that direction. And on the video I'd be remarking about how I'd wait for a train to come along. But I got the funny feeling it'd be a long wait. It would have been an 8-year wait, actually. 8 years later, the train would have come. But still, 8 years is a long time to wait at that bench. Alright, guess we'll be departing. To me, it's too bad we can't depart in one of those things over there. I love riding on cabooses. Whenever we go to Cass, that's where I ride. When I'm on the Cass line. Interesting stuff here in New Freedom as well. That building right there, that house. Upper porch there. Is that the basement there? And that's the first floor and the second? Or first, second, and third? Which is it? And you got me hanging. And again departing the station area. And what I wish I was doing. Or that up there. the train again. And we're out of here. The way we came in. Yep, New Freedom. At the top of Pars Ridge. Named after someone named Peter Free. But why they picked him to name it after, I couldn't tell you. Early settler, maybe? Peter Free. Whatever. Head back on the original York Road, south this time. But in PA they call it Susquehanna Trail. And again the Frog Pond. And about to cross back into Maryland. We still have a ways to go though. And right there, an old gas station time forgot. Also pulled over to let somebody get by me who was catching up to me. From up there. So I had two reasons to pull over back there. But up here, gotta hit the freeway. It's getting that time. And we just hit it. So to speak, that is. And below here, the crossing of the trail again. Northern Central. Alright. See you in suburbia. One more Gunpowder Falls crossing here, beneath the bridge. A few years back, there was a burning body in the woods. The story was featured on Forensic Files. For those who caught that episode. Well, you're pedaling too slow. And now back in suburbia. And now back in Herbia. And back in the hood. I guess better get those handicap signs put up, shouldn't I? I've had you folks on YouTube write me and tell me that. I should take your advice. Alright. Hood, sweet hood. So hope you enjoyed one more Sunday with me and Dolly. Glad to have you along. Somebody cutting the grass just hit a stone or something. But anyway, thank you again for the privilege of your time. I'm glad to have you.